Always remember currency is a relative game, right? So this particular index looks like an absolute index, but it's always a relative game, meaning it's this currency compared to that currency. So it's always the strength compared to another currency. It could go higher from here. And here's the thing, a strong dollar is usually a headwind to multinational corporations because they get a lot of their international revenue. Sometimes the mix can be 60-40 even. So when you look at a lot of corporations getting international revenue, the dollar is usually a headwind to that. It's also been a headwind to GDP this year. So if you look at what happened in the first quarter, we had a negative GDP print because trade was a drag. Well, trade was a drag for a couple different reasons, but one of them that was a big reason was a strong dollar. How does that happen? I want to make sure people understand this. When the dollar is strong, first of all, when we export goods, that's positive for our economy. When we import goods, it counts as a negative for our economy. When the dollar is strong, our exports are more expensive to other countries, so they buy less of them. We were importing much more than we were exporting in the first quarter, which is why trade became such a drag on the GDP number. The dollar has stayed strong, so it's probably going to be another drag, maybe not as big of a drag, but it's still a drag. It's also, again, a headwind for those multinational corporations. Now, the question was, do we think it is going to keep going up? Do we think it falls from here? I think it at least stays strong. I don't know how much further it could go up. The reason I think it at least stays strong is because even though we have our own set of problems in the United States, we are still stronger as an economy than a lot of other nations around the globe, in which case you see capital flow here more than you see it flow towards something like Europe, for example. So I think the dollar strength is here for a while.